สดีค่ะวันนี้นะคะเราทาง Indo Thai News นะคะได้มีโอกาสเป็นอย่างสูงนะคะที่ได้มาพบกับนักกวีชื่อดังของประเทศอินเดียนะคะคือดร. Kumar Vishwas ค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Hi Dr. Kumar, my name is Kritsa from Indo Thai News. So what an honor today to have met you today.
Feeling the same.
Thank you so much. So just want to say today is the Republic Day for India. So happy Republic Day.
Thank you and we all of the Indians wish very great prosperity and happiness to the Thai people also.
Thank you very
we have
much.
an old relationship with this country and our culture, our roots, our lingual ties and our political relation after our independence. That's very great and we have high regards to the Rama dynasty, to the emperor of this time and late emperor. All of the Indian have a great reward for them and we are thankful to the king also, His Majesty, that he has patronage of our society, our people like their own people. That is a very great gesture and it proves that they have the ability to lead the world, lead the Thailand also.
Very touchy. Could you give us the knowledge of what is the Republic Day? What is the importance of the Republic Day for Thai people and also for young Indian people as well who doesn't have much...
We acquire our independence after toiling hard for centuries in 1947, 15th of August. At midnight, we achieved our independence after a brave battle of the sons and daughters of this country, of the leaders of this country, against colonization of Britishers, and then we started forming our constitution. So Indian constitution is one of the finest and greatest constitution of world democracies. It has the right of equality. It's a non-communal acceptance to all the castes, creed, religion, everything. It empowers the last man's right in the progress of country. So we adopted our constitution of 26th of January, the day in 1950.
I see.
So there was a drafting committee with the finest brain in that drafting committee and it was headed by one of the finest son India has ever produced, Honorable late Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar. He was a great person with a great knowledge of law, with a great vigor to fight against casteism, against religious bias. So he and his team, he was the head of this team, he was the chairman of drafting committee, and of course wonderful people were working for that. So we are honored and we are indebted to that great man and that team that he gave us this constitution, Indian constitution, and on this auspicious day of 26th of January we adopted it. We actually dedicated it to ourselves. So it proves and it marks in the world that we have one of the finest democracy which ensure the rights of each and every one of the soil.
Thank you so much for the knowledge. I got a chance to watch live as well for the parade and all the shows. Very impressive. Really
Actually
huge
the
shows,
parade,
yes.
we have a tradition of parade on 26th of January and we used to call honorable guests around the globe. This time from South Africa we have a distinguished guest. Last time we have, once we also have the US President and from everywhere, even from your country. So what we did on Rajpath, the main road on which this procession used to go on, it's not a mirror of our strength. It's not a show of our, what we have achieved. It's just a gratitude to the people who are working for this country in armed forces, in education, in anything whatsoever they are doing. We are just indebted to them and we are just saying thank you from all of the states. It is a place where the agencies of this country and the states of this country, they come closer with each other. They represent their culture, their language, their dances, armed forces, paramilitary forces, NCC cadets, the boys and girls, young women, they all used to come and perform on that place called Rajpath, and that distinguished guest and Indian Prime Minister, Indian President used to take over that ceremony as the head of our country, and all the country and even world people used to watch. It is a great tradition and we are going on through that.
Thank you. Recently we actually had a program and also event as well. It's a PBD event which is happened in Varanasi recently. So could you also give us some opinion as well about the event?
Actually, India is a country that has a great tradition of the people who have traveled around the globe with the vision and wisdom of this country. The Gautam Buddha, one of the finest son India has ever produced, and a reverend figure of the world, philosophy and religion. His disciples, even the son and daughter of emperor Mahendra and Sangamitra, they traveled all over the world. Bodh monks traveled all over the world. But nowadays, Indian brains are doing wonderful in the world.
I agree. Yes.
In the globe, even in your country, we are
Yes,
again.
I
I'm
totally
thankful to
agree
your
that, yes.
government, to your His Majesty King, that he provided our brothers and sisters to perform well for the upliftment of the society and for the making of a new Thailand. So, this function, what Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, we used to say in India. So, at the time, it is a 2, 3, 4 days function in India. It was primarily triggered by our visionary Prime Minister, late Pandit Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. He triggered it up in a good shape. Otherwise, the things were going on with other prime ministers also before and after. But now it's used to be organized in a great way. And those people who are working wonderful in the societies of other countries, they have the roots from India. We invite them, we felicitate them, we say thank you to them, and we plus to them that either you are working in other country, other soul, but you are representing India also.
Yes.
So just think over it.
Yes.
And whenever you travel in Bangkok, whenever you travel in New York, whenever you travel in Tokyo, besides of going as an individual, you are also going as emblem of your country.
Yes.
So
I really like the idea, and I actually really agree that this tradition has been going on for I think 15.
Yes.
15. Yes. For homecoming for Indians who build the reputation and doing good as an ambassador as for India.
as Thailand, India is a country of roots actually. So howsoever we attain as an achievement around the globe or in country, Indian people are enrooted. They have a great sense of belongingness to their food, to their culture, to their customs, to their attire,
Yes.
and to their all the things, to religion even, or their tradition even. So they have a feel of belongingness to this country, and they used to visit. And it's a beautiful and such an energizing time period for them when they came back to their roots. From there, they have gone through other spheres of the world, and they recognized by the people of this country who have high post. Even Prime Minister, our Honorable Prime Minister was there.
Okay.
Our Foreign Minister was there.
I
And Honorable President's blessings and guidance
Yes.
they have for this entire Pravasi Bharatiya Divas.
Thank you. Let's come back to you. That you are very well known and very famous poet in India. So your current kind of performance, your current performance also including in different kind of industries. You're also the lecturer in the university as well. So could you let us know your current performance?
So actually, in India we have a huge number of languages. It's a beautiful boutique of several type of languages we have in this country. So some are regional languages, some have national impact, some have international impact. So we have our national language is Hindi. It has an international impact. People in Thailand, people in Singapore, people in Pakistan, in Bangladesh, in Nepal, in Burma, even in Japan, even in China, and few space of Taiwan and Philippines, and even Brazil. They understand Hindi. They know, they have a bit of sense of Hindi. Even in Thailand, if you know Hindi, you do not know Thai language, you do not know English, you can convey yourself perfectly. And Thai people are so welcoming for this language that they don't even understand this, but even try to come out with the words of our language. So Hindi, Urdu, Bangla, Marathi, these are the regional but powerful languages. Even Kannada, even Telugu, Tamil, they enjoys as the Punjabi enjoys a second language in Karnataka, status of that. In several part of the world, Telugu enjoys its good sense and good place even. So I am basically a poet of Hindi language. It is the mostly spoken language of my country.
Yes.
It has a wide spectrum of its dialects. That is called bolis. So I personally tried, because our country is so big and it has a blend of languages and dialects. So 125 crore people we have. It's a huge number. So I tried to get it uprooted up to the last man of this country. And I'm lucky enough and I'm blessed enough by the grace of goddess of voice and language and literature, that is Ma Saraswati, and our motherland, that I was accepted and even felicitated by this country like anything. And now the language is traveling out of the boundaries. So I traveled more than 20 countries to perform. But the beautiful thing is that not only Indians are coming to listen, but the people of other spheres are coming to listen.
Yes.
The Chinese people are coming to listen. Pakistani, Bangladeshi, Nepal. It is a huge reason, and it shares the lingual similarities actually.
Yes.
So thankful to them. But Sinhalese people, Tamil people, and people of Thailand, all sphere of world, all courses of the languages, they are trying to come and listen and understand.
I also heard that I've learned that you also went to Japan, also to Singapore for the
Yes.
recitations,
Even in
performances
Nigeria,
as well.
even in South Africa.
In USA as well.
In Nigeria, I was months before I was in Nigeria. US
Yes.
and Canada, I did numbers and numbers of shows for years and years. I performed in Tokyo, and I was in Thailand with Kavya Kumbh.
Yes,
It
last
was
year.
one of the finest events overseas I have attended. Beautifully crafted,
Yes.
well designed, and we are indebted to the people of Indo Thai News and the government of Thailand. We were graced with the presence of Honorable ex-Deputy Prime Minister and ex-Tourism Minister, who graced the show with his presence. It was their blessings for my language and my people. So just a grace of God and it's going on.
Maybe could you let us know like what is your trends of poem? Like what is your
Human
nature
emotions,
of
human emotions.
Human emotions.
I started my career by penning down poetry of love. But when you are in society and when you interact people and when you grow up like a citizen, a better citizen, you know your responsibilities and you have to and you should echo the words of the people and society. In India, we have a wonderful democracy where we can express ourselves like anything. There are no boundaries. We are the most strengthened democracy of the world. People criticize government policies if they are not agree, and government accepts us like anything.
Yes.
And they are well accredited people. As I criticized my government several times, and government accepted me like anything, and masses accepted me like anything. And even they try to alter their thought process according to the writers and column writers and poets. I have seen myself when I criticize something of the government, what the government was thinking. What is the government? A bunch of people elected by us. They have their own vision, own wisdom. But it's a spectrum through a beam. And what the country is thinking, it's a huge number of people. They have different opinion. So they might have a difference with the government. And government should understand the ego of the people. And government had altered several times. Several times government didn't alter. And they faced the consequences of that.
Yes.
The party who was ruling, that was defeated by the common man of this country several times. So then I switched off a bit of my caliber to the social responsibility, to patriotism, to nature, and now the spectrum is getting wider.
I also have learned that you also have some role into the anti-corruption movements as well.
Yeah, because corruption is just a thing that is, after terrorism, it is the biggest threat to the democracies and to the country.
Yes.
So I should not deny that we have the seeds of corruption in our society.
Everywhere, sir.
Everywhere they
Everywhere,
are.
yes.
So as a good citizen, it is our right and it is our duty and to our motherland, to our
Yes.
people, to ourselves even, to fight that cancer. So it started a movement in 2010 and 11 in this country, and it was one of the biggest movement India has ever seen. So I was just the voice of this movement. It was a group of good people, ignited minds from other disciplinaries and other folks of life. They were lawyers, they were social activists, they were engineers, they were doctors, they were journalist people as a thing. So I was there, and I'm thankful to the country and people of this country,
Yes.
and even the world communication media, that they took it up very well. Although what we seeded in the democracy was not perfectly harvested, but I'm a man of of good wishes, and I every time I think positive, and I think if we started it, someone will get it concluded in a good way, either in my generation or after the generation or after the generation.
Thank you. Could you maybe I'll change the subject to more of India, and maybe you can, as the very successful and accomplished person, so maybe could you tell to foreigners or tell to Thai people about India, maybe welcome them as a tourist or
Indians are very very welcoming to Thai people, and we have common roots, and we invite all Thai people to visit the places the great Buddha have connections, the Bodh Gaya and the Lumni circuit and all the Buddha circuit, for Taj Mahal, for Pune, for beaches of this country, for snow gliding, and it's not a very costly country. And what we have learned from Thailand is the welcoming gesture to people who are visiting that country. Whenever I used to be in Thailand, I feel the happiness of the people they have, the happiness index of this country, while doing services to them, while handling, and the cuisine, I must say, I'm a vegetarian person, but I can say the finest cuisine I ever have of different taste what my country has is a Thailand I have. It's very beautiful. Very beautiful beaches, very beautiful people, full of life. People are very happy, girls are very beautiful. Service sector is wonderful.
Thank you.
You just go and they will service you. They are there. How they bow to you. Everyone who is going to the corridor of a 5-star hotel, he or she hasn't a ignorant gesture on her or his shoulders. He just smile you. Swadika. It echoes, it fragrance like that you are welcome in this country. So the same gesture we reciprocate to the Thai people in this country, and I am happy that portals like Indo Thai News and people like Pawan, all those, they are trying their best to blend the culture and the motives and the aim of life of this country together. Because if these two great and all this business in culture also, it could create a magic, and it could create a fragrance to the world even.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lastly, as a successful person, maybe could you tell us some way of life, like how to live successfully and how to grow?
Actually,
Please.
The very next moment is not predictable. Anyone, whosoever is powerful in this world, either have a noble or rule a world. You can't predict your next minute, what it will be done by the destiny. You can't challenge destiny. So every minute you have to enjoy as it has been graced by the God for you with happiness. Life has its own fallacies. Life has its own sorrows. What a great writer Shakespeare once said. This happiness is but an occasional episode in the general drama of pain. Man, woman came to the world with the first feeling of pain. We cried, our mother cried. But one should understand that whenever we leave this world, everyone should feel happy for you, everyone should clap for you, everyone should remember your name with a smile and a pride. What a man he was, what a woman she was, what a wonderful person. And it should go on century and century and century. Then you will call Buddha, then you will call Rama, then you will call Krishna, then you will call Shakespeare, then you will call Gandhi. So if you do want to be immortal in the thought process and remembrance of the word or your people, your kith and kin and your people around, the first thing that you should do is the positivity in life. You have been graced by the God this hour, this time, this minute, this second. So enjoy it fullest and keep smiling.
Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
today. Thank you.
Swadika.